Na kuambia hii Kibra by elections kimeumana kuumana. Ayayayayayaya. ODM are saying things and Jubilee, yeah, we need to specify which Jubilee. DP Ruto Jubilee are also saying their things. And although this seat, yeah, ODM consider this seat theirs, the truth is, it seems that right now, it's a neck-to-neck battle to the end to see who takes over as the next legislator for Kibra. Will it be the post-turtle or will it be the brother of the previous holder of the seat? Now, before I go any further and tell you why kimeumana kuumana in Kibra, it is worth noting that I've changed my position concerning the NC candidate, Eliud Owalo. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I published a poll in Club 1999, which showed Owalo with a slight lead over the other main contenders. Oh yes, believe it or not, if elections had been held then, that was the position. But as we say in politics, a day is a very long time. A week is an eternity. The truth is, Bwana Owalo started with a very clever, very smart campaign. Grassroots. You know, the poll really surprised me. So I had again to dig and find out why. Why is it that this man is leading? And that is how I discovered some of the tactics, this former aide of Raila Odinga, in fact, a major force in Raila Odinga's campaign for the presidency in 2013. And very familiar with Kibra, because he vied for the ODM ticket in 2017, and of course lost to Ken. And he was livid, and he blamed everything on Raila Odinga. Anyway, that is all water under the bridge, because now he's the ANC candidate in Kibra. So I found out what this ANC man is up to, or rather, what he was up to. But the position now is that Bwana Eliud Owalo has been drowned. Imagine a small swimming pool, and there's this small boy. He's enjoying himself there, showing off his swimming skills. And then two big, huge bullies jump into the swimming pool. And first of all, the splash they make affects this small boy. And suddenly, even with all his skill, with all his swimming skills, you can't notice the small boy anymore. Because the pool is dominated by two big, huge, vicious, brutal bullies. That is precisely what has happened in Kibra. You know, this is one of the saddest things about modern politics. Money matters. Money can change the course of an election very easily, especially if you know exactly how to use that money. You know, very many people on this forum, and even in Club 1999, have told me, Chris, you're wrong. Money won't work in Kibra. People will take Jubilee money and then they'll vote ODM. Really? Well, I'm sorry. Those guys are a bit behind. Because, for instance, when you buy people's ID cards, how does that work? Will you use money and then end up losing because somebody has voted for somebody else? No way. You can't vote if you don't have your ID, etc., etc. But they cover all those dirty tricks in great detail, being implemented by both sides of the big political divide. ODM tactics, dirty tactics, and Jubilee, dirty tactics. Very fascinating stuff. And it will be very shocking to most of you. You can catch it in the latest Club 1999. Anyway, what I was saying is that the big boys, the two big boys, are using very different tactics. DP Ruto's Jubilee are splashing money, in my view, in the right places that could make a difference. ODM have gone to the trenches, literally. You know, when people go to the trenches, when soldiers jump into the trenches, what do you expect to happen next? Obviously, you expect some very serious things that will make an impact. And that is the ODM strategy. And so, in this kind of scenario, obviously the small boys My sincere apologies, and with all due respect to Eliud Owalo, the small boys get swallowed. They get drowned. Folks, that is the reality of politics. And I'm not being personal. I'm just giving you the reality. Something else super interesting is that this is developing into a direct confrontation between two big giants. His Excellency Raila Odinga, on the ODM side, and DP Ruto on the other side. Those who are on the ground already know this, but maybe the rest of us don't. But those two gentlemen are very intimately involved in what's happening in Kibra, in the campaigns. You know, when ODM chose Suna East legislator, Junet Mohammed, to lead the Kibra campaigns, many people are puzzled. I mean, this is a legislator who is from a constituency that's very far away from Nairobi. In some ways cosmopolitan, yes, but almost rural, Suna East. Many have been asking, what does Junet Mohammed know about Kibra? That was a puzzling choice for very many, including ODM diehards. Well, I'll tell you the reason for that choice. It's very simple. Raila Odinga wanted to keep a very close eye on this constituency by election. And even more significant, Baba wanted to make sure that his instructions were followed to the letter. Junet Mohammed and Raila have worked very closely for a long time. And Junet Mohammed knows how to follow Baba's instructions to the letter. And he knows how to find Baba. Out of all the ODM crowd, is a person who can find Baba quickest. In case there's an emergency. And I'm sure Baba's number is on speed dial. Oh, yes. So now you understand when I say Raila Odinga is very intimately involved in the Kibra by-election campaigns. And it all makes perfect sense because Raila himself was MP of this constituency for over 2 decades. He knows it better than most. And so, if we can put it even more clearer, by choosing Junet Mohammed to lead the ODM campaigns in Kibra, the person who's actually leading those campaigns is Raila Odinga. DP Ruto side, we don't need to say much. We have all heard of the delegations going to Karen, to the official residence of the Deputy President. In fact, ODM have bitterly complained about this. To be more specific, the official residence of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, paid for and maintained by the taxpayer, being used for a partisan constituency election campaign. ODM have not minced their words. They have said this is wrong. If you doubt that DP Ruto is personally leading the Kibra campaigns, let me tell you something else that's very interesting. If you carefully listen to McDonald Mariga speaking, it is DP Ruto speaking. It is a poor imitation of the Deputy President, but it is the Deputy President speaking. His exact words, exactly what he would say. Now the latest is that Jubilee MPs, DP Ruto Jubilee MPs, shall I just say Tanga MPs, have said that the incident last weekend where McDonald Mariga's campaign vehicles were stoned was organized by ODM. They have even named the ODM characters who organized the whole thing. And they are saying, because of this, the ODM candidate for Kibra should be disqualified. Now, of course, it is true. Violence during electioneering is a very serious offense, which can warrant disqualification. That is true. However, there's a very simple question for Jubilee legislators. Where is the evidence? You can accuse somebody of all manner of things, but if you don't have any solid evidence, it's called hearsay. In fact, somebody can sue you for spoiling their name. And this is one of the things that is very common in politics. People do all kinds of dirty things. But if you don't have the proof, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, ODM also have their own very serious accusations. They're saying things in Kibra are happening at night. Distribution of money at night. Buying identity cards at night. And of course it is true. under the cover of darkness, you can do very many things, and go undetected. Kwanzaa, many parts of Kibra constituency can get very dark. Oh yes. Street lighting is sparse, and if you're visiting people's houses, it's even darker. Most parts of this constituency don't have electricity, despite the fact that they're in Nairobi. But again, where's the evidence? First of all, when it's dark, it's very difficult to take a video from a hidden camera that will go viral. Almost impossible. You need light to do that. Very sad. Bottom line, those operating dirty tricks from both sides of the political divide are experienced political hands. And therefore they know exactly how to do it in such a way that they will not be caught. Nobody will ever be able to produce any evidence to prove their claims. So those claims will remain claims, made at press conferences or made during public meetings, but with no solid evidence behind them. They'll go nowhere. All these developments illustrate what we said on this channel very early on, that this Kibra constituency by-election is going to be something else. And that is exactly what is unfolding. Now, in my latest Club 1999 sensitive video, which has just been released, I have also revealed, based on my experience and based on what I know is happening on the ground, who the winner of this particular parliamentary seat will be. And if I can stick my neck out further, I can tell you the following. The person who will win this seat is obvious. The only problem or the only issue that I don't know, that only time can tell us, is how they will do it. But they will definitely win. Unless something very major and extraordinary happens between now and November 7th, by the way, which is just around the corner. Now you can see info on your screens right now on how to join Club 1999. We have Club 1999 and Weekly Intelligence Briefs, which are very different. But this particular information I'm talking about is in Club 1999. And although our special offers have ended, you can still become a temporary member. All the details, information on your screens right now. Go for it and get hold of this highly sensitive information, and very revealing information. But not only that, you'll also get all the other sensitive videos you've missed, over 45 of them, that I guarantee you will tell you a lot of things about Kenyan politics that you never knew. Very shocking things, most of them. And so you'll not only end up with the information you want on Kibra, you'll end up with a lot more. So take action right away. Now I'd like to mention something else very important that many of us may not have realized. If DP Ruto's candidate loses this particular by-election, it's going to be devastating. But to be honest, it'll not be such a big deal. However, if Raila Odinga's ODM loses this seat, the repercussions are massive. In the past, many have predicted about Raila Odinga losing his grip on Kenyan politics, and they've all been proved wrong. Raila Odinga has always bounced back. However, losing the Kibra seat for the future of Raila Odinga politics could be catastrophic. In other words, politically speaking, it could be very difficult to recover from. More so because politics is all about perception. Now I know ODM supporters will not like this, but I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to tell you the brutal truth, the brutal reality on the ground. And many of the other serious analysts, I consult and ask them for their views, agree with me. They agree that if Raila Odinga's ODM loses the Kibra seat, it could be, notice I chose my words very carefully, it could be the beginning of the end of Raila Odinga's clout in Kenyan politics. Catch my Club 1999 video and you'll understand more on exactly what I mean. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.